Hi there, thanks for coming to this 5-minute class. I'm Jennifer Croft and I'll be teaching you how to price your services. If you like this class, we have a bunch of other classes and free resources available at www.5minuteclasses.com. So before we actually get into how to price, let's talk about some of the reasons it's important to price correctly. And this is because pricing can have a huge impact on not only your bottom line, but also whether your business even survives the first year or not. And if you come in too low with pricing, you're going to really pretty soon feel very overworked and underpaid. And if you come in too high, you're going to find that you don't have enough clients or customers. So get it right from the beginning, not exactly, but at least be in the general area because it can be hard to adjust it later. So we need to find the sweet spot, and that sweet spot exists somewhere between the floor and the ceiling. And the floor is your cost of goods, and the ceiling is whatever the market will bear. Now, cost of goods is pretty apparent when you have products, but people sometimes think that they don't have an actual cost of goods with their services, but you do. Your time is worth something, and if you had to have someone come in and substitute for you, you would need to pay them. So, for example, if you were a massage therapist and you needed to have someone do the work for you, what would you pay that massage therapist to come in and do your work? That would be your cost of goods. So, somewhere you'll want to set your pricing between that floor and that ceiling. Now I've come up with some general market positions that you could be. I've designed 9 of these. This isn't a magic number, but it at least starts to narrow down and help you start to think about where you would position yourself in the marketplace. And so all of these on this list are okay to be, with the exceptions of the 2 that I have crossed out. Now, yes, you could be low price, high quality, but when I've seen small business owners try to run a business this way, they usually don't make enough money. I mean, by saying I'm low price, but I'm going to provide this phenomenal quality, essentially you're subsidizing every single order. On the other hand, unless you're a monopoly, like the old phone company or current cable providers, it's going to be a little bit hard to have high prices and low quality. If the market has a choice, they are not going to elect over and over again to get ripped off. So that's not a good position to be. So finding the sweet spot after you've chosen your general market position, you'll now want to find pricing for for your specific services. And these are some of the different ways you could approach that, which is you can charge by the hour. You could charge a fixed rate for a job or project. And this actually is really good. I like fixed rate because it benefits you in that you might be able to make a higher hourly rate, and it benefits the client in that they know how much the project is going to cost. They didn't just write this blank check. And then another good way to approach it is with by estimating a range for a job or project. And with this, you would tell someone, hey, I think it's going to cost between 300 and 500, or I think it's going to take between 10 and 12 hours. And this helps because it means that you don't have to eat it if things take longer than you thought. And on the other hand, you don't have to bid everything really high so that you make sure that you do have all your bases covered. And another good way to approach pricing is with a contract rate or monthly retainer. So when it comes to pricing and how much you're going to be able to charge, these are some of the things that impact that is really the uniqueness of what you offer and the quality of it. And before you set your pricing, I want you to step back for a minute and understand that it's probably only going to be realistic that you'll be able to bill 20 hours per week at the most. And so you need to set an hourly rate that's high enough that if you can only bill 20 hours, you'll still make the amount of money that you need to at the end of the month. And why is this? Why do I use this magic number of 20, which it's not a magic number, it's just an estimate, but it's because there's a lot of time that no one pays for in a business. And these are both hours that relate directly to servicing your customers or clients or working on jobs. And there's also a whole slew of hours that I don't even have on this slide that relate to actually running the business, the marketing that you have to do, the operations, just the accounting, all the tasks that you as a small business owner have to do. So one last thought to leave you with is don't be afraid to charge what you're worth. And in this example that I bring up, if you raise prices by 20%, you could lose a fifth of your clients and still bring in the same amount of money for a lot less work. So don't be afraid to increase prices if it's time, and the market will bear it. So here are some next steps you can take that relate to this class, and here's some worksheets you can use that would be very helpful. And finally, we have a free newsletter that you can sign up for that comes out twice a month. So thanks for coming to this class, and best of luck with your business.